Nobody? Nobody knows that reference?
No. That's why I said what? This
The
is
Klimt.
Welcome to Paradise, Michigan. Genesis, Season 3,
Genesis.
Episode 12. Welcome to the HyperGrid. Things have been hectic for a while for you all. As if it wasn't bad enough being trapped in 1855 on South Manitou Island in Michigan, you done went and found a time dimensional portal and decided to go joyriding in it. Landing almost immediately in what you thought was the coolest place, Chrome City. So cool you wanted to keep visiting it. Things weren't always going the way you wanted them to. Sure, you got to play in a rock concert and get a cool guitar. But you, on your most recent trip, went back and you weren't able to get the harmonic resonance quite right. That could have had something to do with the fact that old Laz got himself de-rezzed by an NCOM van and was taken out of the picture, leaving you all to fend for yourself in a, what did we call it? An Escape from New York-esque version of Chrome City, where you also found Carson, basically to be the Snake Plissken of this place, taking you to the Gunnarsson Stapler Sports Complex. En route, you had to outmaneuver some Nexus vehicles. You were also had the Hunter Protocol deployed on you all, and occasional Jake variations are coming after you. Most recently, Jake the Ninja, who was apparently no match for Billy the Werewolf. Excuse me. Also, it's worth mentioning that Algernon, who you have dubbed Algernon because he appears 20 years older, appeared through a rift, grabbed Sophie, and injected her with a something that knocked her out. Hoop was having none of it and tackled Algernon, who basically told you, look, chill, I'm doing this for your own good. I'm going to get her to safety. Things are going to get harder for you, but deal with it and come find me when you're done.
Deal with it.
That's the Cliff's Notes version of it.
Old Algernon is getting to be an even more bratty teenage girl all the time.
Right.
Deal with it.
Also, it's worth noting that the Carson's vehicle had careened off to the side into the side of a building. The state of Carson is not yet known to you, but this was courtesy of Jake the Ninja, who now lies dead, throat slashed at your feet. And we're sort of that's where we're going to pick up with all of you as you are standing around this scene at the bottom of the steps to the apocalyptic looking sports complex. I would like each of you to roll a brains check.
Brains.
Except for Jeremy.
Oh. Hey. Hey.
Got a 12 for Billy.
I exploded in case anybody's curious.
Ooh, 15
if
for
anybody
Rosie.
needs it for your bingo card.
Rosie, in the sort of half-darkened streets of the night of this part of town, half-darkened because a lot of the neon and LED lighting as well as street lights have been knocked out, shot out, or not replaced. There's still a handful of digital billboards nearby. You notice that one of the billboards on on a building that's a squatter building. Squatter as in not as tall, maybe 6 stories. There's a big 2-story tall flickering LED billboard or digital billboard for some kind of fancy new motorcycle. It catches your eye because you notice that the ad starts to glitch. Suddenly the whole screen begins flashing. And you watch, Rosie, as the screen itself shatters outward. Jeremy, what happens?
Oh.
I think that there is a sleek missile that shoots out of the front of this billboard, only to discover that it's actually a motorcycle, and it is nothing. There's no straight edges on this motorcycle at all, and it's shiny black like obsidian, and it has these brilliant white blue glowing traces on each of its like angles and ledges, and this motorcycle roars through the air and then lands on the street. And as it lands, there's this ribbon of blue-white light that comes out of the back of it, this kind of vertical wall that follows the path of this motorcycle, kind of staying behind it. And at some point, the motorcycle drives straight through a rusted, burned-out husk of an old sedan. And as it does so, this ribbon cuts straight through this car, leaving the edges of it kind of glowing orange with heat. This motorcycle pulls up and screeches sideways to a halt as the ribbon of light like cuts and dies. And you see a figure on the back of the motorcycle, also dressed entirely in black and like lines of glowing white-blue energy, equally as slick and shiny as the motorcycle itself. And as he pulls up, this helmet disappears almost like a pixel at a time and reveals Laz on the back of this motorcycle.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Laz is a cool rider.
It's like Tron.
I've been looking for you all for a while. Is everybody okay?
Rosie, before you even get that out of your mouth, she crosses the distance and hugs you. It is just like, probably too hard.
Yeah, he'll absolutely embrace you. And he presses like a button on the handle of the motorcycle, and it like falls apart a cube at a time until there's nothing but like a black kind of baton that he then like attaches to his hip.
Oh my god.
Where are we?
Oh, we're at the sports complex. That was the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Where were
Where did
you?
get a motorcycle? And where did it go?
And where were
kind
you?
Kind of a long story, but you're not wrong about Tron. It's but it's not like the old Tron. It's like it's different, you know. It's like the future. And well, it's hard to explain, but technology is really strange there. But what are we doing here? What, the sports arena?
Well, we just got done, at the stadium where we had the the concert, and then we bamfed back to the cave, and then we bamfed back here, and when we bamfed back here, it was like this. It's like Chrome City, but old and shitty now. And then we came here, and well, we were outside the stadium again, or the arena again, or whatever. And you were there, but then a laser beam shot you, and then you weren't there anymore. And we didn't know where you went.
Tron.
Tron.
And we were
So-
attacked by an assassin. And then-
Yeah,
An assassin?
a ninja.
Yeah.
Wait.
Billy killed a guy.
There's
Might want to lay low, find a family
There's-
member.
fucking ninjas now?
Hell, not
Uh,
anymore.
Yeah, I
Another-
think whatever happened to you, buddy, triggered something because they came after us.
Nexus.
Yeah.
They know
Oh.
we're here now. Supposedly, there's gonna be a lot more coming after us.
There was a whole chase scene with like Carson driving the car and I got to shoot a Gatling gun, Laz. I mean, it was.
Beans. Is Carson dead?
Oh shit.
Carson's here.
Well,
The-
that's a
well,
good question.
If maybe he's alive.
Is his car still smoking and just off to the side?
It's probably about 30 feet away against the side of a wall, with the front end smashed in. You hear that sort of hissing and not a radiator hiss, but it's more like the well, yeah, I guess it would be because he was driving the muscle car. So it's the radiator hiss, and you hear that sort of pinging metal sound of cooling metal as it sits off to the side. Laz, not only do you notice that, but you notice about 15 feet away from you the dead ninja with his throat ripped out.
I would go over and check on Carson then to see if he's alive.
And while Billy goes and checks, Rosie continues to explain to Laz that we were planning on going into the arena to see if our keys are in there, but not all our keys are on Earth, as old Jernan mentioned, and so just kind of giving him the play-by-play.
Billy, as you approach the car, you see Carson slumped over the steering wheel.
Oh. Row, Raggy.
I'll go in closer for, I'll go in for a closer inspection. My fingers on his throat.
As you get closer, his head turns. You want answers? Way out. Come with me. Come with me. Clock's ticking, heroes. Let's move.
Oak.
Let's move.
Oh my god.
Let's
Oh
move.
yeah, dude.
Let's move.
Come with me if you want to live.
Dude.
He is glitching out. Carson is
Robo Carson?
it's a robot.
I
Okay,
call over to Oak.
Okay. Oak will meet you, Billy, and see this. And he's a robot. Wait, was he a robot the whole time, or did? Never mind. My brain is going 1,000 miles a minute. Okay. But if he's a robot, I mean, we can access him, right? We can access his memory bank, I guess. I would need to find out where it is. And he begins to crawl into the smoldering husk of the car.
As you're going to go in, how about we take him out?
Oh, well, okay, yeah, that's smarter. Sorry, I'm making decisions on panic and time. Okay, let's pull him out, and then I'll flip him over, and we can look at the brain.
So I'll attempt to pull him out of the car.
Yeah, that's easy enough. You're in sort of pre-wolf mode. You've got a little extra strength. And he's a little heavier than you would expect a man to be, but you're already braced for that since you now realize he is some kind of robot.
What's a robot?
As you,
So
you pull him out.
I imagine I pull him just out of the car, and Oak is like, well, if the car could possibly blow up, maybe we should go further to safety.
Right. Smart. Away from the smoldering husk, because who knows what happens there, right?
There's no flames.
Yeah, no flames, just smashed in front end.
It's just coolant leaking all over the ground, hissing and ticking.
Man, a single spark though, and there's about to be some flames.
If it were the 80s that we were in, that car could totally explode. Just
and we'd be walking away like cool badasses as it explodes.
As you put on sunglasses.
But maybe not so much in the future.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, you're able to pull Carson out of the wreckage and move away off to further down the sidewalk. Now what?
All right. So, maybe he has something that we can use.
Pat him down.
Yeah, I'm gonna start by patting him down, but then I'm also gonna look in the back of Carson's head to see if there's like a potential memory board or something back there, because all robots that that Oak has ever seen on television or anything always have the memory banks in the back of the skull. Typically.
Yeah, go ahead.
The skull or the back of the neck.
Yep.
You, using that knowledge, you're just kind of reaching around the back of the head, and as he's laying there, suddenly the left ear goes and extends out, revealing some kind of like circuits and components, but you also immediately smell that sort of ozone of burnt electronics, and you see that there's some kind of component that literally just starts dripping, and it's almost acidic, and you see just a coil of smoke rise up as you pull it out, and he goes, "Clock's ticking, heroes. Let's move."
I love your dude. Your robot voice is really impressive. I'm very impressed.
Okay. So looks like maybe this was some sort of power, like a battery. It got damaged. So if we replace it, then maybe we can get him back up and working.
I mean, that would have to be you.
Yeah, but okay. I think we can leave him here then for the time being, until we find whatever this is. And he'll he'll put that into his backpack and wrap it up so that like whatever liquid is pouring out of it,
it's more like just a little, like they're not really pouring. It's just like a little bit of a goo almost.
Yeah. So he'll just wrap it up in like a little, I would imagine almost like a handkerchief, and like just keep it for safekeeping until he can figure out what it is and where he can get another one.
If Laz can, he would like to open the trunk on the car to see if there's anything useful.
Yeah, you can absolutely pop the trunk. I imagine it's sort of like, because it's crashed into this wall, it's partially ajar. You just kind of got to give it a cool guy Fonzie whack, and the trunk just goes. Roll me a D100.
Ooh. We're looking at, so close, 65.
That's weird. It's under the timer.
Ooh.
Okay, so
Terribly far off.
22.
22 off. What I was looking for in this one was the closer it was to being the same number. the more awesome what you found in there was. I'm going to give you narrative control, and you tell me what you find in Escape from New York Carson's Chrome City 2185 muscle car. It is something useful, but not epic level. So think like mid-level something useful. I'll give you full narrative control. While you're thinking of that, Jess, at the top of the stairs, a small flicker of movement catches your eye. And just as you turn your head and look, you swear in the front glass door of the sports complex that you saw Anne standing there. But at the instant that you turn, she turns and disappears inside the glass.
She in there, y'all. She in there.
Oh gosh. Well, Jessica's not gonna go and follow it for now. She just gets very, I think, antsy. And
What'd you find, Laz?
What was that?
What'd you find, Laz? Well, others might begin to pick up on. They roll a grit, and if you get, I guess, Jess, roll a charm if you're trying to hide your antsiness.
yeah, she's trying to not.
Here, Antsy.
Yeah.
Rosie, I don't want to be a dick, but I don't care about Carson at all. So Rosie's just kind of like hanging out in front of the stadium here and getting hype for what she assumes will be Thunderdome and or Bloodsport, or both.
All right. Anybody except for Laz, because he's busy, roll a grit if you think you might pick up on Jess's antsiness, but it would be, you got to beat a 14.
Did you say grit?
Grit. While you're rolling that, what'd you find in the trunk, Laz?
I think it's a digital version of like a lockpick. It's like a device you can kind of like hold up to most like normal kind of locks, and it unlocks the door without like physical projectiles at all.
Yeah, I dig it. It's probably something that looks like it was hacked together from spare parts of different components. Maybe something a little akin to John Connor's ATM breaker in T2, right. But with the ability to like attach to any kind of door and basically electronically pick the lock. I like it. So yeah, digital lockpick.
Cool.
I don't see anybody beating your charm so far, Jess, so I think you're successfully hiding your I don't think Tamiko was saying me. That looked like a 1.
Got a 1. Okay. Roger.
All right. What are y'all gonna do?
All right.
Are you sure you want to do this? We don't know what's on the other side of that door.
But that's always the case, Oak. We don't ever know what's on the other side of the door.
I mean, yeah, but okay.
As long as it's the 6 of us, we'll be all right.
I trust you guys. Oh. And he's like trying to focus. He's trying to get mentally hyped up because he just went through all of this chaos, and he's also trying to do all these other mental acrobatics right now. while being extremely stressed out about the overall encompassing task at hand.
As
Yeah.
Laz says that, Billy looks at him and doesn't say anything, but like there's a moment where then he looks up at the moon and just kind of like shakes his head as if he's trying to like get a thought out of his head or something.
What were you gonna say there, Coop?
Oh, I get Joe. I don't really want to go in there either, but I think we have to. Even though it is the Thunderdome. And as long as one of us leaves, we're doing okay, right?
As long as one of us leaves.
6 kids enter, 1 kid
One
leaves.
kid leaves.
Buddy, I ain't leaving without you, man. He extends his hand and he's like, listen, I don't care what happens in there. It's you and me, man, okay? You got a score to settle with Algernon, and I'm gonna make sure that happens. So, you and me. All right. He like stiff upper lip, like raises his chest up.
Do this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, are the littles going in first?
Sure
I
looks
hope
like
not.
it.
No,
No,
I doubt it.
I think it's
Laz is
would-
looking at Rosie.
I would,
I would
nod. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I love if like they have this like huge like big hype up, and then like the bear kids just kind of like shove them aside
Yeah.
like a little bit. Kind of.
I'm ready.
All
All
right,
right,
let's go.
I was gonna say, Coop and Oak look up, and all of the bigger kids are already going through the door.
It's like the Monstars that arrive
Yeah.
during Space Jam. It's like, get out of the way, kids.
Got it. Yep. Rosie would nod like resolutely and just say, "Well, my name's on the building. I mean, so is Billy's. I think we should go first. Billy, don't you think?"
Sure. Absolutely.
And Rosie has her bat in her hand, and she's ready for some action here.
So, point of note, Billy's probably not thinking about it, but he still has 1 werewolf claw.
Yep.
Just saying.
That might come in handy for the blood sport. So I go up and I open the door.
All right, you all.
Check for traps. Shit. No, sorry. That's my bad. I'm kidding. Different game.
You walk through the door into the main lobby. You can see where there's literal walls have collapsed inside this place. It's a mess in here. The inside of the Gunnarsson Stapler Sports Complex looks like time has collapsed into dust and neon. The once pulsing heart of hyperviolence and spectacle now echoes only with the low hum of failing power conduits and the occasional sizzle of exposed wiring. Cracked LED billboards flicker against walls choked in graffiti and scorch marks, looping ancient ads for defunct sponsors. Bronto Fizz! Unleash the lizard within! And long expired event promos. The scent is electric rot, burnt plastic, oxidized blood, and multicolored mold. Tiered seats of the arena sprawl into darkness like rusted ribs, the cushioning long since torn out or scavenged. Scattered among the debris are fractured visors, broken jaw guards, and the occasional blood-stained glove, left behind like offerings to a god that long ago stopped listening. The Jumbotron overhead is shattered, its glass crusted with ash and some identifiable ooze. The walkways are lined with murals and propaganda posters, faded, peeling, but still defiant. Posters of past champions, sneering titans in armored exosuits, their poses mid-leap or mid-slam, clutching gleaming orbs and basking in the roar of long-dead crowds. A tattered banner reads, "Dodgeball, Bloodsport. The pain is real." Near the east wall, a gargantuan fight poster is half-peeled, but still resting. Mixed Monster Arts Boneyard Brawl 13. A cybernetically enhanced T-Rex, its jaw plated with steel and its eyes glowing red, lunges toward a towering bipedal alligator festooned in spiked armor and laser rigging. The event tagline reads, Prehistoric Mayhem, now with even more lasers. Another poster shows the Titanium Cup, radiant in chrome glory, surrounded by champions past, each of them mid-roar, mid-leap, mid-battle. A digital caption flickers beneath it. The Titanium Cup, earned in pain, claimed in blood. Below it, an empty pedestal sits behind a shattered display case. Glass long gone. Protective shielding warped and twisted. The cup is gone, taken or lost, but the case still hums faintly, waiting for something that will never return. A single banner still hangs above the court, riddled with holes and black scorch burns, reading, Welcome to the grid. Bleed proud. No crowds, no players, just the neon ghosts of violence past.
Oh.
What do you do?
That's a great line, dude. That's hard as hell. I think Rosie looks at this display case that's empty and points her bat at it, kind of, and goes, That's got to be it. That's got to be the key. That's probably my key.
Okay.
Billy looks very disappointed that this is all run down and, that there isn't some physical confrontation to be had.
The night is young, but Rosie kind of like looks around and is like, well, I mean, maybe it was like squatters. Somebody took it, or I don't know, junkies or somebody. We should probably look around this place for any people, or who knows what else.
Oak just being a kid in a giant arena. Hello.
Hello.
And can I do as I've done before and
What are you doing?
see if I can get a scent of anything on the air?
Yeah. Yeah, give me...
So is this a power check or is this a ability check?
You know what? I think this is going to fall under innate ability. You're in like pre-wolf form, literally less than 24 hours away from a full transformation. Your senses are heightened. This is an innate, natural thing.
Okay.
You begin to sniff the air around, and you smell even stronger that electric rot smell. You can smell the somehow still active electronics keeping many of the LEDs and billboards and whatever else devices in this place running. You can smell the blood, sweat, and urine and other smells of squatters and raiders and scavengers past. Somewhere deep in the shadows, it smells to you like maybe some scavengers or squatters still lurk seeking shelter, but you don't smell any heightened fear or anything that would constitute a threat. But there's one scent that you pick out of all of this that seems very out of place.
So
it's not at all unpleasant.
So as I'm sniffing and kind of like turning my head, letting the senses come in, I kind of like narrate some of the stuff that I'm smelling.
That's
and
cool.
say, but wait. Go on.
The smell is familiar.
Yep.
And not at all unpleasant.
Yep.
Okay.
You hear the click of heels before you see her. a rhythmic echo splitting the silence like a heartbeat out of sync. The shadows breathe around her, parting slow, reluctant, as if even the dark isn't sure it wants her. Then she steps into the light. Victoria.
Oh, a twist, a twist.
A vision in contradiction, platinum blonde hair cascades in perfect waves, catching flickers of neon as if each strand is lit from within. Part moonlight, part fire hazard. Her skin glows unnaturally pale, flawless and cold, like polished marble left in the rain. Those eyes, liquid crimson rimmed and coal black liner, lock onto yours, Billy, and the world narrows just to her. Her outfit is a riot of styles that shouldn't work, but do terrifyingly well. A skin-tight corset of iridescent vinyl flashes electric green with every movement, cinched so tight it must be armor. Fishnet sleeves crawl down her arms, fingers tipped in chrome claws that reflect your own stunned faces. A high-collared jacket, deep black with ultraviolet piping, flares behind her like the wings of something predatory. She moves like a song you shouldn't dance to, deliberate and lethal. And then she smiles. She bears those two white, two sharp teeth. And she says, "Hello. It's been a long time, my friends."
Not as long for some.
Well, for me,
Does she
it's been
still-
hundreds of years.
Does she still appear to be a teenager?
Absolutely.
But something lets us know, I'm sure, how ancient she is. She, as I said, what are you doing here?
Waiting for you.
What does that mean?
Well, if ever I expected anybody to show up at the Gunnarsson Stapler Sports Complex, it would be you two. But I have every right, just as much, well, actually more, than either of you to be here. After all, it's my name on the building, too.
What?
What?
Oh,
Your name's not Dodgeball.
my name is Victoria Stapler.
Oh! Billy is what Rosie says exactly.
She takes a few steps closer to you, Billy, and she goes, "Billy indeed."
Should we give you two some privacy?
I must be missing something because last time I saw you was in 1985.
Oh, but it's not the last time all of you saw me. And she glances over at Jessica. I see you made it to your friends all right.
Yeah, no help from, no thanks to you, making me. And she like stops. She looks to the others. I don't think that she told them that she was successfully gazed by.
She just gives you
Glamored.
She gives you a look, a sort of haughty look, very reminiscent of when you were at Paradise Academy together, where she kind of turns away from you, still looking over her shoulder, and she goes, "Oh, don't worry, hun. Your secret's safe with me." As she turns her attention, she kind of walks over to where the empty trophy case is. She says,
God.
"And Don't worry, Billy. It was your great-great-grandson that I married. Not you.
Oh.
My great-great-grandson.
And that even
Wow.
that was a long, long time ago.
Well
But
then,
after you and
Well,
your
why is
friends
this-
killed
Sorry.
killed my mother and my brother. When she says brother, her face darkens for a moment. She glances at you, Rosie, and her eyes flick for a quick moment at your bat.
Oh.
Well,
it's made of wood.
I lost the Van Houten fortune. So, as mother always told me, marry into money, that's what I did. I've been waiting here for
So-
you.
Well, here we are. What do you need from us, or have to tell us?
It's not what I need from you, it's what you need from me. But it sounds like you've already figured it out.
The cup.
The titanium cup. Apparently
You have
it's
it?
some kind of key. I don't have it, but I have the means by which you will retrieve it.
What is it? What's that? What's the means?
When this place was built and these games were designed to ensure that no cheating or other trickery could be involved, the awarding of the Titanium Cup was programmed into the system. The only way to
So we have
gain
to
the
wait for
cup
it?
is to win. The only way to win is to play. And the only way to play is right here. And behind the case, she reaches up, and this just feels super 80s, even 80s sci-fi to me. As she reaches up and she pushes a poster out of the way, and there's just a panel with an old school like lever that she just grabs hold of and just goes chukung, and all around the arena lights start illuminating, and electronics begin humming, and everything for a moment's just going, and then the whole thing shudders and sounds just like when the Millennium Falcon's hyperdrive fails. And she kind of scowls, and she just reaches back, and just like Laz with the trunk, gives it a Fonzie, and everything
That's
kind of spins
awesome.
back up.
So, as soon as she was saying, like, you know, that, like, as soon as she started implying that, you know, you were going to have to win it, I was already getting the sense. So, as this, you know, power up is happening, can I go full transformation?
Yeah, there's nothing to stop you. What does that look like when you just willingly transform full wolf?
So I imagine with the descriptions of, you know, the strobe lights, you know, darkening and lightening this, you know, this place, you just kind of go through moments where, like the arm that was already part wolf, you know, begins to bulge and grow, and fur bursts out of it, and it just kind of like each flash of light just shows that the transformation is just taking over another aspect, another part of my body. So you don't get to see the full motion. You just get, you know, these snippets until it's a full werewolf there.
You actually hear the sort of staccato clicking of her heels as she involuntarily steps rapidly back about 3 paces. Involuntarily, due to her nature and your nature, the sudden burst of power does catch her off guard. And then she kind of plays it off and kind of pulls at her various goth meets cyberpunk, neon cyberpunk outfit. And yes, well, as we are at a bit of a lack for actual competitors, you will be participating in an interactive HyperGrid simulation. It will be you playing, and you will be playing against simulated but very tactile opponents.
What does playing mean? What kind of game is it?
She gestures up at the banner that says Dodgeball Bloodsport Championship.
That literally did not answer my question.
Come now.
Is it like...
We've played Dodgeball before.
Dodgeball again.
Yeah. Well,
Dodgeball, but with...
like higher stakes, I assume.
I was going to say a word, and I dropped the word. Dodgeball, but with hollow surges, zero gravity, hazards, and
Cool.
sometimes the balls explode.
Oh. Okay. Okay. And Rosie would look at the others, not so much at Billy. He seems like he could take care of himself right now. She would look at the others and just say, if you guys don't want to come in there with me, I understand.
Oh,
I'm the one that can heal myself. If I get hit by one of those, whatever the fuck she just said, I'll probably be fine.
you'll all be fine, and you'll all be competing. But don't worry, this is a tactile hollow simulation. The pain will be real, but there's no fear of death. And you can see she's a bit disappointed when she says that.
Ugh. There was a time we lost our license. Okay. All right. Well. Okay. And Rosie
says-
just starts like walking towards the stairs down to the thing.
She uses her vampire ability to rapidly move so she's in front of you.
Shit.
And without missing a beat, she looks over her shoulder and says, "Follow me,"
Oh, God.
and leads you
Fine.
all down to the arena.
I try
As-
and beat her there.
As soon as she turns her back to me, I flip her off right to the back of her head.
I imagine from the camera view, we see her in the foreground, you behind her,
Yeah.
flipping her off, and we just see Victoria give a little bit of a smirk, like she knows what
She
you're
goes,
doing.
that's perfect. That's perfect. That's awesome.
Billy, go ahead and roll a flight check. Oh wow.
It's going to be a 7.
I rolled a 3, so yeah, you use your full wolf power to get ahead of her, so when she leads everybody down to the floor, you're already there. I almost picture you landing from above, like you just leapt over, hurdled some seats, and again she sort of involuntarily startles.
Dude,
And-
if she married a werewolf, like, come on. What's the...
It's less about you being a werewolf and more about you being you, I think. Or you think.
Oh.
She leads you to the edge of the arena and through what was probably once almost like a door in the side of this arena around the edge. And she brings you down to where there are 6 circular platforms. Very I'm thinking it's a little anachronistic, if that is anachronism even a thing in our time travel stories?
That's a great question. I don't
as
think
it's-
anything's anachronistic anymore.
It's very Hunger Games like,
Cool.
these discs that you have to stand on. And you can see across the arena that there are additional orbs, or rather not orbs, discs on the other side. Once you step on these platforms, I will initiate the simulation and the games will begin.
As soon as she's saying once we step on the platforms, I'm standing on a platform.
Mm-hmm. I kind of look at the others again and shrug and then step on my platform.
Yeah, Laz absolutely is taking a cue from Rosie, and once she steps onto hers, he'll step on the one that's next to her, closest to her.
So I kind of take the one either to the far left or the far right, and I don't know. I'm assuming there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With 4, 5, and 6 being behind.
They're actually arrayed in sort of a gentle arc, all side by side. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, well then I would take like the point, or forward most of the arc.
Okay, that leaves
Goop hops up on a platform.
Goop's up on a platform.
Oak will hop over right next to Coop. On an empty one.
Jess is gonna look out again. Does she see any other sign of anything?
She who shall not be named.
Yeah.
As everybody else is standing on their platforms, you look around the arena. You see where Victoria is walking across the arena towards some sort of console in mid-arena off to the side. Make me a brains check.
Okay. A 4.
Looking around, you see an empty stadium. You do not see anybody other than yourselves and Victoria.
Okay. Yeah, then with that, Jess would step on a platform.
As Jess looks around, I'm picturing the camera is over here on her left-hand side. And as she steps up onto the platform, the camera pans around, and as it comes around to her right side, the scene has completely changed. As we see an arena filled with holographic crowds cheering. You all are seeing this. It looks like the stadium in its heyday. Very faintly, you can see what it really is underneath. But this immersive holographic display is filled in all around you. You can feel the hype and energy of the crowd chanting various things, calling out for some of their favorite athletes, whatever. But you also notice as you all step onto these platforms, you look different. Each of you has the holographic interactive simulation has taken who you are and using complex algorithms has created a digital version, a digital avatar of yourself in this arena. I would like each of you to take a moment and describe what your dodgeball bloodsport avatar looks like. And we're going to start with Chad, and we'll just go Chad through M and then carry through Jeremy.
Okay. Whoa. Awesome. Okay. I think because Oak, the one thing that he thinks will protect him, I think in this moment is like he's thinking about Transformers and he's thinking about Optimus Prime. And so the idea of like he comes out and then all of a sudden the pixels begin to arrange around him, and I believe that he would form into like Gen 1 Bumblebee level, like the armor turns like the hunter green with the brass after, all the little details, but it is a full Transformer suit, but he is just in the middle of that bubble. And then the voice box is a radio, so it comes on as like different songs and sounds. Like it is 100% emoting Bumblebee, but he is like, this is cool, man. Like he's jazzed about it, but also terrified in the same moment.
Cool.
Oak comes out looking all fierce. The pixels coalesce around Coop, and he is basically Winnie the Pooh.
Oh my god. Yes. Yes.
His little dodgeballs look like honey pots.
Oh my god.
So I was
That's awesome.
for some reason I was picturing that you were gonna say that you looked like Fred Savage in The Wizard, which is a big throwback if anybody knows what I'm talking about.
I also like Winnie the Pooh.
I do, but who would voluntarily want to be Fred Savage?
My god. Excellent question. Who would choose that for themselves?
Jess.
I can't get the thought of like Tron out of my head now, so I
was
think-
gonna suggest She-Ra, like full on,
She-Ra.
Princess of Power.
Yeah. So I think, so Jess, I imagine that she has this like suit on that has like these lights attached to them, just from feet up through the body, down the arms, almost like this like pitch black suit with these like bright blue neon lines, or bright pink, obviously. Neon lights, her hair up in its signature high blonde ponytail. It's like bigger though, or like more dramatic, I'll say. There's always a fan blowing.
Yes.
The ponytail literally goes all the way practically down to your feet.
Yes,
yeah,
dude,
it's
yes.
super impractical, super, you're not really sure how it doesn't get caught on everything, but it is huge and blonde.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Rosie.
I just want to comment that I love that all of our like frames of reference are like 80s kids, like things 80s kids would be aware of, which is like perfect. So mine is I think essentially it's a little bit more like everything about this look evokes like a baseball player. Like there's a baseball jersey that kind of goes with it. And that said, though, this is almost like there's like an armor aspect of it. There's like shoulder pads almost, like hockey pads kind of. And there's eye black, which I put on apparently without anybody noticing. And then yeah, super stealthy. I think Rosie has like this belt that almost looks like a bandolier because on it are little holographic baseballs, which are her weapon in this arena. On her feet are what look like Chuck Taylors, but in some way a little bit more futuristic, almost as though there's some kind of a jet propulsion system built into them. She is wearing batting gloves and her hat, her signature hat, of course. And then as soon as this happens, she is like kind of hyping up the crowd and playing all this up.
Billy.
So I'm getting the opposite vibe of how super chromed up and futuristic. Billy's vibe goes take the full werewolf transformation and then add like post-apocalyptic scavenged armor, in bits and pieces all over the place. Full like spiked pauldrons and all that stuff.
Love it.
So cool.
Laz.
I think not entirely dissimilar to Billy. Laz looks like he stepped off of like a fucking stage at a Guar concert. He's just got like these massive shoulder pads, like platform boots, and everything is made out of like leather and spikes and chains. And his face is done up almost Kiss style, where it's black and white and almost ghost or like clown like. And his the dodgeballs that he'll be throwing actually just look like skulls that are on fire.
Dude, Jesus. Rosie looks over at Laz and is like, Laz, you look cool as fuck right now.
Yeah, I wish I had chosen this. This is fucking rad.
The crowd cheers wildly as you realize that each one of you was being introduced in classic video game character selection style with the animations and everything.
Oh my god.
And then a holographic head that doesn't just look like, it literally is Max Headroom, appears in the middle and just says, "Welcome to the HyperGrid contenders. The crowd is synced. The pulse orbs are hot, and the pain settings are maximized. This is dodgeball blood sport. Meet your champions."
Oh my god. That's
And
badass.
on the other side of the arena, you see, first and foremost, another werewolf drops down into the arena. Slade Stapler, the Moonshot.
Oh
Slade
my
Stapler
God.
is a cyber-enhanced werewolf. And you see in big letters the text, signature move, Lunar Curve. Next, Kara, the Gunnerson, a.k.a. the Chrome Valkyrie. And you see a tall, muscular woman with platinum braids and a jumpsuit covered in platinum sponsorship logos. Signature move, Power Slam. Next,
Love it.
you
Amazing.
see what looks like the hologram is glitching out, and it never quite settles in as you hear the glitch. Signature move, error 404.
That's awesome. Yes.
Introducing the ghost in the game, Pixel Hex. As it looks like an avatar that periodically switches color scheme. You know how when you choose your avatars, you can choose different skins. It looks
Yes.
like it's not quite settling on one. And it says signature move, Packet Jump. This is a holographic rogue avatar.
Awesome.
The fifth contender drops in, Young Vortex, the Centrifuge Kid. Signature move, Ricochet Riot. And you see this kid, as soon as he drops in, he goes, "Hey, internets! It's the Centrifuge Kid." And you can see that there's like these holovid displays all around him.
And there's like a little chat. There's like a little chat going.
Oh, yeah,
like,
absolutely.
"Love
There's a
him,
little
heart,
chat
heart,
going
heart,
on.
heart,
Emojis,
X's,
like,
X's,
flying up.
X's."
Yep.
Yeah.
This is, I almost, as an Easter egg, made this X Solo X.
Paid sponsorship.
But
Sponsorship.
X Solo X would
Let's
never
go.
survive in a competition like this. And finally, and you hear this sound like a jet engine roaring through the arena as you see twin jets, and then something lands. It's a big set of power armor, and all of a sudden it spins towards camera, and you see that this power armor is completely pink, and there's a set of cat ears as it turns towards camera and goes, meow.
Oh
Iron
my
Kitten, the tiny
Iron-
tyrant. Signature move, perfect catch.
Oh my god. I have not been this happy in months. I'm going to share that with you all. This is
Iron
a delight.
Kitten is a teen girl in a mech suit.
Fucking amazing.
So, for a moment, I know we've kept the timer going this whole time. I'm gonna stop the real-time timer because I'm gonna explain to you the rules of the game.
Oh
This
my
is
God.
entirely made up. It may break, but that's fine. You are in a Escape from New York setting, so things might fall apart if our game starts to fall apart. So I've built failure into the system.
Amazing.
Each round is going to consist of a couple of phases that are going to be really quick. You can be rolling some dice, and you have certain actions you can take. Unlike real dodgeball, where you get hit and you're out, you get 3 hits before you're eliminated. During your the actions you'll be able to take, and I'll tell you the relevant stats when they come up, is each round. So each round will start with a hollow surge, and I'll reveal those as they happen. Then somebody will roll to determine what the pulse orb is. Each round, the pulse orb, which is your dodgeballs, are going to change. Then, if at any time your dice explodes, that's a wild success, and that means you get to activate at the beginning of the round an arena power. It's another D6 roll. Then you will declare your actions. It could be throwing, dodging, trying to catch somebody's thrown ball, or you can try to taunt or fake, or anything that you guys think of that you want to do other than the standard dodgeball actions. Then we'll roll to resolve these real quick. And then, we'll roll it, then we'll resolve and see who's left in the round, or how many hits. I'll be tracking everything. And we're just going to I want it to be like, you guys have never played this before, so I didn't want to give you a heads up on the rules too much. You're going to learn as you go, and I guess we're just going to see how this works. The first thing that's going to happen, though, is everybody, including my contenders, are going to have to roll flight checks. There are 6 pulse orbs that appear in the dead center of the arena as Max Headroom says, "On your marks, get set, go!" And everybody makes a mad rush to collect one of the 6 orbs. So everybody go ahead and roll flight. I'm going to roll flight for my people real quick. This is...
Can I have a +1 because I gave myself rocket shoes?
No. There
Creative.
are other reasons
Okay.
you will get pluses.
Okay.
There are all
Just
kinds of
asking.
reasons for you to get bonuses.
My mother always said the worst they can say is no.
I'm going to use real dice because it's going to be quicker. Once I get these out.
Hey, while Jake gets out his dice, check us out on redbubble.com. At redbubble.com, we got all kinds of great t-shirts like the one I'm wearing, the one Tamiko's wearing, the one Jeremy is wearing, and all kinds of other great stuff. You can get our logos on stickers, mugs, pillows, posters, and all kinds of other new things at Redbubble. Just check us out on the website. You can go there and actually search Mini Terrain Domain or any of the logos, and it'll come up. Redbubble.com. Just search Mini Terrain Domain.
All right, almost there. And the last one is, see, this is the first flaw in the system, is that I am rolling for 6 players.
God bless.
Okay. Oak, what you got?
I rolled a 9.
Coop.
I'm muted. 6.
Jess.
3.
Rosie.
4.
Billy.
11.
Laz.
5.
Pixel Hex. Kara Gunnarsson. Billy. Oak. Iron Kitten. And Coop. I called your name. Looks like it's 3 and 3. You have a ball this round. A pulse orb. Did anybody's dice explode while they were rolling those?
No.
You did. You are going to have the. You're going to roll on the activate power in a moment. Somebody roll me a d6.
Me. 6.
All right. This is going to be on the Hollow Surge table, which is the arena's. What's happening in the arena? Oh no! You rolled a 6.
Sorry.
All across the top, or rather, we see the words and we hear Max Headroom go, "Sudden death. First hit this round knocks out instantly."
Oh my
Whoever gets
God.
hit first in this round will be immediately eliminated. Don't worry, if it's one of you, you will be choosing to play for one of the opponents.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Billy.
Spoiler alert, they all are going to
Oh, wait.
choose Iron Kitten.
Billy, you
Yeah.
get to roll a d6. And so does Iron Kitten, because they also exploded.
I have a 6.
Billy, as you step forward and have this ball that you grab hold of, the crowd goes wild. The crowd is on your side. It's called a crowd surge. You get a +2 to your next roll.
Awesome.
Iron Kitten gets a ricochet loop. She can curve her orb around cover. So if somebody tries to take the dodge action and hide behind cover, Iron Kitten can throw behind or around those barriers. Okay. Oak, Coop, and Billy. I think we're just gonna go top to bottom. Yeah. Oak, what are you gonna do? What's your action this round?
So if I know it's sudden death, I'm actually gonna go for I'm gonna go to hit. I'm not gonna go to hide. Like at this point, Oak is take out as many enemies as possible, right? Like he's treating it like a video game. So he's gonna take the ball, and I'm gonna.
Well, hold on. For the moment, I just need to know
Yep.
what your action is.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to throw.
You're gonna throw. Okay.
Yes.
Coop.
What are the choices again? Did you
The
give
the
those?
primaries are
Dodge,
throw, dodge,
throw.
catch, taunt, or anything you can think of. You have a ball, Coop.
A throw, I guess.
Okay. Throw. Jess. Catch, dodge, or something else.
Catch.
Rosie.
Um,
You don't have a ball.
I do not have a ball. I guess. Can I ask what the roll will be ultimately to catch? Like what type of roll? Or do I not? Can you just say?
I'm not
no?
gonna say because you don't know.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna say dodge then for now.
Okay. Billy.
I'm gonna throw.
Laz.
Try to catch.
Slade is going to taunt. Kara's absolutely going to throw. Glitch. Oh wait, did somebody roll? Oh, I didn't have somebody do. Somebody roll a d6 for me. I forgot to roll for the. Have you guys roll for the
Got
pulse
it.
orb?
I got us into
do
fucking
it.
sudden death last time.
I also rolled a 6.
Oh, good. Good.
Yay!
Okay.
Sudden death.
The hollow orbs all shift, and the words "hollow decoy" appear. All hollow orbs have a mirrored surface that spins.
Oh.
On a throw, if you're a thrower, you create a fake second orb. Whoever's trying to beat your throw has to dodge a higher difficulty by +2.
Coop
So
is
whatever
about
they
to
roll, they
fucking
get a
wreck.
+2.
That's awesome.
Glitch, ironically, rolled a 1, which means that activates. If anybody rolls a 1, it activates an arena hazard. In this case, that's going to be a 2. As you're all beginning to make your moves, the entire arena shifts as gravity flips, and all grit or flight checks oh no, sorry, that's incorrect. Everybody needs to make a grit or a flight check.
Oh, nice.
And
Do we
Iron
get to choose?
Young, all right, so that's, you're just trying to beat a DC 5.
Yep.
I got a 19. Grit.
15 grit.
God, so gritty.
Okay. Did anybody roll under 5?
Oh, look at us.
Everybody adjust to this fine. It looks like ironically Glitch gets tossed into one of the electric billboards, shattering it and causing him to glitch even harder, where his glitch just starts cycling rapidly through avatars, and he can do no other actions this round. Oak,
It's become Oblivion the remake.
you are throwing, so you will roll fight. Choose your target, and tell us who you're throwing your pulse orb at.
My target. Okay. Well, I mean, clearly, I have to aim for the fan favorite, which is the diva mech. That is.
You're going
the
after
spirit.
Iron Kitty?
I'm going after Iron Kitty
You're
because,
a
like,
monster.
She's the
I
biggest target.
she's the biggest target. I have a larger strike zone for that. So 100% I'm going to try to aim for that. And just so that everybody is aware, the moment that he grabs this orb, his dodgeballs form into the form of D20 dice. So like he grabs it, and I imagine there's like this moment when he's running, and it's like his body, the mech suit shifts into like the car form for a moment, and like almost like God, what is it? The Rocket League, right? Where it comes off the edge of one of the walls, and I'm gonna try to like projectile hit Iron Kitty from the side. Like Oak is embracing this moment to try to be to protect his friends. Like he would rather embrace it than hide from it. So he will attempt to do this. I roll. What do I roll for this? What do I roll?
You are rolling your fight.
Fight, right? Okay.
You get a +2 because of the mirror orbs.
+2. Okay, well, I don't usually roll this one often, but we'll see what it comes up with. Okay, that's not bad. That's gonna be an 11 overall because that's a 9 on the die. +2. 11.
Okay. Iron Kitten was also in the midst of throwing, and Iron Kitten was choosing I think Iron Kitten was going for the shiniest person here, who isn't here, ironically, at this moment. As Iron Kitten is going to go after Jessica. So Iron Kitten is going to release her orb at Jessica. So she's going to throw, and I'll resolve yours here in a moment, Chad. As she throws hers, Jess, you need to roll a flight check to dodge Iron Kitten's.
I think M had Jess trying to catch, if it matters.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were going to try to catch it.
Yes.
So in that case, you're going to roll brawn.
Ooh. Oh no. That's worse for Jess. This is not very brawny. Unlike. Okay. That's a 6 with an explosion.
Oh my god.
Okay. Keep track if you exploded. That means you will, on any dice roll, that means you get to activate a power on the next round.
Awesome.
So this is what happens. Iron Kitten would have hit you, and you would have dropped the ball. You wouldn't have been able to catch it. She rolled an 11. However, prior to that, Oak released his ball at Iron Kitten. Iron Kitten threw this ball, and the only rolled a 5. So I think what happens is as Iron Kitten releases the ball, Oak's ball comes flying in and hits hers, sending it flying where it would have instead hit you, and Oak's ball ricochets off of her ball and bam, hits her for the first hit of the round.
Nice.
Iron
that means she's
Kitten
unconscious or out,
immediately
right?
Iron Kitten gets hit and immediately turns and looks at Oak, and you just see this go as it goes and pixelates out, and you have sudden death eliminated fan favorite Iron Kitten.
Yes, let's go.
You didn't catch the
Screw
ball,
you.
Jess, but you also didn't get hit by it. Coop, you were gonna throw. Pick your target.
I'm gonna throw at the uncannily tall blonde, not Rosie.
Amazing. Perfect. Does she look like Tira? A little bit.
I didn't think about it.
That's my.
It must have been
mental image.
subconscious.
And Coop's gonna underhand the ball, kind of like he's bowling.
Okay.
What am I rolling? Fight?
You're rolling fight. This one's going to be interesting because Kara
That's a
is
4.
also throwing a ball
Ooh.
and had a higher score to get the ball. So, what'd you get on yours?
I only have a D6, man, so I've got a 4.
So she needs flight to dodge. You got a 4, you said?
Yep.
She got a 14.
I'm just a little bear that's stuffed with fluff.
Yeah.
She got a 14. And
Ooh,
So, are you saying she dodged, Jake?
yes, she dodged. And she does it by as she rushes forward, your ball comes charging at her, and it looks like it's going to hit her, and she just suddenly goes, power slide! And she looks like she's sliding into a base as she drops low, slides, but at the same time, she sidearms her ball at Rosie.
oh.
Rosie,
Thank God my action was dodge.
She has a D8 to throw. She gets a 7, but the mirror ball makes it a 9 because of the +2. Your 4 would have been a 6 with the +2. Coop, just by the way, because of the mirror ball.
Right.
So you got to beat a 9, Rosie, or get hit.
So what do I roll?
Oh,
To dodge.
flight. Flight is
Oh,
your
for
dodge
fuck's
ability.
sakes. God damn it! Wow, this is bad. Oh, I exploded.
All right, keep track of that.
Okay, and that makes it a 6. I need to beat a 9. You said?
Yeah, you need a 9 or better.
Oh, a 9 or better. I'll spend 3 pops.
Sure.
I invest 1 every session.
I was about to ask if we could use that. That's a good thing to know.
Of course you can. That's a
that's
a core mechanic of the game.
That makes it a 9.
That's a 9. Okay. So you handily, as she does it, you are able to dodge out of the way. Actually, I'm going to give you one of those back. Because you were taking the dodge action, I'm giving you a +1. Because that's what you were doing this turn. So I gave you back one of your pots. So you do dodge away from her. Just tried to catch. Rosie dodged. Billy, you have a ball. And Pixel Hex has a ball.
Cool.
Billy,
Cool.
you got an 11. Pixel Hex also got an 11. The two of you are throwing simultaneously. Pixel Hex is going to target 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Billy. I'm rolling randomly to see who they target.
Who is the werewolf equivalent? Isn't there like a robo wolf or something like that?
That is Slade Stapler.
All right. Well, that's who I'm going after. And I do have a quick question.
Yes.
I'm in full werewolf mode, but it's also the dawning of the wolf. So I don't get the pluses and minuses from the moon if I've transformed, right?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so
that's the whole point to being able to transform into a wolf. Anytime that it's not a full moon, you can willingly turn into a wolf and get those same wolf advantages.
Right, but I would get the better stats, but I'm not getting the pluses and minuses that go in the 3 days before on top of that change. Right?
Oh no. So yeah, sorry, I misunderstood.
Okay. All right.
Yes, it's
just making sure.
You get full wolf benefits.
Okay. All right. So I am targeting Slade.
All right, and Pixel is going to be targeting you.
All right. So you said when we explode, we get something extra?
Well, it explodes per normal. That just means if you explode at any time during the round, you get to activate a power the next round.
Okay.
So what is your fight? Or your fight roll?
All right. So as a teen, I get a +1 to my fight. I rolled a 19, and then I've got +2 power and +2 mirror power. So that's a 24.
I exploded and still only got an 11. So Pixel is going to get hit.
Nice.
As you throw the ball, Pixel hurls their ball at you. So Pixel's going to take a hit marker. It was only the first hit that was sudden death.
I was going to ask.
It was only the first hit that was sudden death. So Pixel's going to take a hit marker, and
Slade would have to.
Sorry. Pixel's throwing. Slade takes a hit marker. I was rolling Slade's die, but I was looking at Pixel. So Slade takes a hit marker as you hit him, and he growls deeply. at being hit. Very angry that you were able to get through. Pixel.
Now, do I have to dodge Pixel's throw?
Yeah, I gotta roll the die to determine what you have to dodge. I've lost my D12. There it is. You need to dodge a 4.
And I roll flight.
Yes.
All right. So then I will spend a pop to get a 4.
Okay. Wow. I thought you would have gotten that a little easier, but that's fine.
I can't roll high on every die.
So yeah, you're able to dodge out of the
I
way.
can't be amazing all the time, he says.
I believe all the throwers have thrown. So at this point, there 3 people in each team have thrown balls that have ended up on the either side of the arena. So amongst yourselves, you need to quickly determine who of the 3 of you are going to get a hold of the balls. Make that decision real quick while I determine who of the 3 of my people are going to get it.
I have a real
Rosie.
strong feeling
Yeah,
that
Rosie should definitely.
I think I should probably have one. Brawn is one of my best things.
Are we?
and I feel
Is
like
is it?
Well,
Is it a
mine's-
brawn or flight
It's
or what do we
fight.
need?
we don't know for
We don't know.
throwing.
Fight.
Oh, for throwing.
Fight is throw.
Fight is
Fight?
throwing.
Fight.
Fight is throwing. Are
Oh,
we trying to
that's
just
also
grab
one of my
balls
good
though? Like, is the goal
Mine's a
to go grab
D12.
the balls?
I have a
Well,
D12
Well, they're on
as
our
well.
side.
No, you don't have to make any roll. You are just trying to determine amongst yourselves who gets the balls to throw.
Okay. Okay.
The people
Me.
who didn't throw last time.
Yes.
There you go. I just
Yeah.
decided.
Yeah.
That's
let's do it, yeah.
perfect. No, that's a
Done.
good idea,
There you go.
honestly.
So Slade, Glitch. I was doing the
I'll
same
play
thing.
keeper.
Slade, Glitch, and
you.
Young Vortex are going to do it.
Young Vortex sounds like a rap name from Chrome
So,
City.
Young Vortex is
Y-U-N-G.
actually Asian. It's Y-U-N-G. I
Oh.
realize that doesn't really come through. The spelling doesn't come through in the, and it wasn't really
That's amazing.
described. But those are their names, by the way. Iron Kitten, that's her name.
That is fucking cool.
The Tiny
I wanna
Tyrant
live
is her
in Chrome City.
nickname.
Oh my god. It's their government name. First name Iron, last name Kitten.
I like to
Awesome.
imagine in Chrome City, some people are genetically engineered to fight in the arenas, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Or they just
Oh,
change their name legally
20%.
at some point. All right, I need a D6 Hollow Surge roll from somebody to determine
No,
what.
thank you.
I'll do it.
Do it, Tamiko.
3.
Yay.
Chaos Clone. Each of everybody gets one illusory double, which means when you are targeting a player, once you roll to determine whether or not you hit them, and we're resolving that, there will be any die roll, and if you roll evens on the die, you hit the person. If you roll odds, you hit the double.
Oh god, I hate it. Isn't there a D&D spell that is similar
Yes,
to that?
it's kind of like the
Mirror image.
mirror image spell.
mirror image. Fuck mirror image, dude.
Okay,
Okay.
I need another D6 to determine the pulse orb.
Someone
I
who
got
hasn't
it.
done it yet. Do it.
I think Chad's rolling.
Mm,
That's a 6.
Roll
sis.
again.
Roll again. Okay.
Yes.
A 5.
As those of you that are holding pulse orbs, the pulse orb begins to emit a deep bass rhythm, and you can see concentric waves of rhythm going. It's like on a small scale. If that bomb that Jango Fett dropped in the prequels, the one that just goes really silent and just goes. This is a pulse echo. On a hit, you will immediately, as a free action, get a second throw.
Oh, yes. Fuck yes. This is great.
Finally, some of you, maybe all of you, if you rolled a wild success, if you had a dice explosion, go ahead and roll a d6 to see what your arena power is this round.
I got a 2.
Ghost
3.
Shield. You can absorb 1 hit for any teammate.
Nice.
I have a 3.
You have a 3.
Yes.
Ricochet Loop. You can curve your orb around cover. So basically, if somebody's dodging, we'll say that they this is going to give you a +2 to hit them.
So if I'm not throwing, that doesn't help me, right?
Correct.
You can
Okay.
bank it. You can bank it for next time.
Unless you catch a ball. Well, no, because
I
you'd
got
be
a
throwing in
6.
the next round. 6. You get the crowd surge bonus, so you get a +2 to your next roll. If you're going to be rolling for anything.
Okay.
You see arena powers. Okay. We're gonna go down the line again. Oak. Wait, who among you had balls? Let me rephrase
I
that.
have balls.
Who among you are pulse?
Who currently has
Okay.
balls, or who had
It's
balls previously?
Laz,
I
Rosie,
have balls now.
Laz, Rosie, and
Yes.
Jess.
Mm-hmm.
And then, all right. I'm gonna go a little bit different this round. Instead of having you just declare what you're doing. Well, no, that seemed to work actually. Oh, what are you doing this round?
I am going to try and catch this round to
Alright,
try to
catch.
protect my friends.
Coop.
What stat is catching again?
Catching was brawn.
Coop's gonna try to catch.
Atta boy. Let's go.
Now, I should clarify on catching. You don't have to just try to catch a ball thrown at you. You can try to snag anybody's ball out of the air. And remember, you can be creative and come up with your own specialized actions. You can try to taunt somebody, which I was going to do with Slade and I forgot.
Ooh, wait, I can taunt? Ooh.
Yeah, taunting. Or if you can come up with some other thing you want to do, or if you want to somehow incorporate your powers into.
Okay,
game.
okay, cool.
Jess, throwing. Rosie,
Yep.
throwing.
Yeah, I'm throwing. But
Billy,
The catch.
Laz, throwing.
Throwing. Yep.
Slade is going to throw. Air is going to try to catch. Glitch is throwing. Pixel is going to dodge. Young Vortex is throwing. And Iron Kitten is out. Okay. Throwers. Jess. Who are you throwing at?
Slade.
Slade. Okay.
So I got a 7.
All right. So Slade.
Oh, I get +2, right?
You get +2 to your next roll, so that's a 9.
So that's a 9. Yeah.
So Slade is going to roll a d8 to try to dodge your throw. He gets a 5. You hit Slade.
That's 2.
Slade has 2 hits, growls angrily, looked like he was targeting Billy, and howls. Ow! And he's going to chuck the ball at you. Slade is throwing with a d20.
Oh.
I'm gonna try and catch it.
Sorry, he's not throwing at you, Billy. He looked like he was howling at Billy, got hit by Jess, howled and changed his target to Jess.
And I still want to try and intercept.
That is an 18 that he's throwing. So Jess, you need to make a flight check. Billy, you're trying to catch it.
Yes.
So that'll be a brawn check. If you catch it, then Jess doesn't have to dodge.
Yeah, please. I only got a 7.
I've got a 17 on the die, so I'll spend a pop to catch it.
Atta boy, look at you.
The ball comes.
The shot is just poof, and
The ball
like
comes
Billy just catches
flying
it.
At Jess, and you know, I just picture that. I don't even know the movie for sure, but it's got Sean Astin, and then one of the DeLuise boys just kind of comes in from the side and just goes,
Instantly.
yeah, that's it. And Billy just comes in from the side, full wolf form, and grabs this ball out of the air, catching it as Slade, having just dodged Jess's ball, even though that's caught, if you catch somebody's ball that they threw, hit marker goes up, and Slade goes, "Arr!" and it turns all digitized as Slade is out.
Yes, nice. Let's
2
go.
down.
Rosie,
Yeah.
pick
I
your
want to throw
target.
the ball at my doppelganger, please. I'm going to throw it.
All right,
Kara.
she's going to try to catch it.
Alrighty.
She's already set up to try to catch.
So it is fight to.
It
do
is
this?
fight to throw, and she'll
Okay.
be rolling brawn to try to catch.
Ugh. I got a 4.
Kara the Gun Gunnarsson got a 37.
How the actual fuck?
She's rolling brawn D20 and exploded. And then rolled a 17.
All right, so just spend 30 pops, right? Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you got them.
yeah.
She,
No. Just spend $150.
Rosie, you throw this ball with everything you've got, and Kara was still sort of in that down position from the previous round,
Oh.
and she's gonna pull one of those no look behind the back catches as she stands up. You throw the ball, she stands up and turns to walk away, points up at the Max Headroom hologram, and just goes like this. Boom! And catches the ball out of the air.
Oh my god.
And as she catches it, she curls her fingers and turns the ball towards you.
Oh my god. Incredible. Incredible. Does a little hit marker go
yes.
above my head like a sim?
A hit marker pops up above you.
Shit.
Glitch is going to throw. Glitch is... we didn't have any hazards this round.
Mm-mm.
So Glitch cannot use error 404, hazard not found. All right, just going to be a straight up roll, randomly choosing 1, 2, 3, 4. Rosie as the
Okay.
target, rolling a d6.
Yep.
That is a. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I gotta go back.
It's a flight to dodge, yeah?
Yeah, sorry. So there were a couple catches. Jess, you hit Slade, didn't you? You because of the ball that's in play this round, the pulse orb, the pulse echo.
Yeah.
You actually get a free throw against another target, as you have a
Okay.
pulse echo orb. So Rosie, you're just trying to dodge a 3, by the way.
I got a 3. Does that mean I dodge?
You dodge it,
sorry.
just
No,
barely.
I got a 4.
Okay, yeah,
So,
you just you do one of those woo kind of moves to get out of the
Yeah,
way
yeah,
of it. And Jess, who's your secondary target?
Glitch.
Glitch. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and throw it, Glitch.
Yeah, I actually exploded. And I was
Oh! Jesus Christ.
What's the total?
16.
16.
Good fucking luck.
I'm rolling a D12 flight.
Glitch this. No.
Glitch this is what Jessica said. That's awesome.
That's amazing.
That's so badass.
Glitch was concentrating on trying to hit Rosie, and I just imagine they come running up to the line, and they look satisfied, and then Rosie dodges at the last second, and they're like, ah! And then you just hear Glitch this, right upside the head.
You see that like slow motion, and then as his head, like, yeah.
Even though these are like painful cyber pulse orbs, you still hear that classic red dodgeball.
Ping!
Poing!
Ping! Yes.
Glitch gets a hit marker. Laz, you have a ball, and Young Vortex has a ball. Go ahead and throw. Choose your target and throw, Laz.
Okay. Yeah. I think so. We've got a werewolf with 2 hits on him, right?
A werewolf.
Nope, Slade's out.
Oh, he's gone. Okay, cool.
Slade and Iron
Glitch.
Kitten are out, and Glitch has 1 hit.
Then Glitch was my original target, so I'm gonna keep it with Glitch then. All right. That is not bad. That's I don't think I get a plus to that one. It's fight.
It's fight.
Yeah. So it's just a 10.
As a teen, you should get a +1, right?
I have a +1 to brawn and flight.
Oh.
It might be the old version of the rules, maybe. I don't know.
Oh. Okay.
No, all teens get a +1 to fight, don't they?
Unless I read it wrong.
We can double check it. We can double check it later. So it's a 10, you say?
10.
And that was Glitch?
Glitch.
The Glitch will be rolling a D12 to dodge.
Who is?
Glitch critically fails with a 1.
Yes.
Which means that next
hazard.
round a hazard will be in play.
Okay.
Young Vortex is going to choose their target, and the target they are choosing is Laz. Young Vortex is going to look to his holo cameras and go, "Hey, internets! I've got the pulse orb in hand. It's a pulse echo, and it's time for my special move, Ricochet Riot!" And he is going to throw
Since
the
I
ball.
hit Glitch, don't I get another?
Oh yeah,
attack?
Thank you. Good job, Jeremy. Way to know the rules.
I'm gonna double tap him
okay.
at Glitch again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent.
Ooh, that's a 2.
19 on the second one.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Oh god.
Sorry for interrupting. Continue.
Glitch
A ball
literally
just flies by in the background of his stream.
Glitch doesn't even. Yeah, you just see sort of semi out of focus as the second ball comes, and Glitch just goes, glitches out for a moment to dodge it.
Incredible.
As we hear Ricochet Riot, and what Young Vortex does is he throws the ball, and it's going to bounce off 3 different surfaces. He gets to roll his attack roll each time it hits a surface and add them. This can only be done once during this entire battle. His fight is a D4, so you can see why he wants this special move.
Mm-hmm.
So the first D4 explodes again, explodes again. That's 12.
Incredible.
13, 14. Second is 15, 16, 17. Third, that's a dirty 20 on his throw as the ball picks up speed with each ricochet, comes flying at you, Laz.
I use Ghost Shield and protect Laz.
You son of a bitch. What does that look like?
For the record, as soon as you said we add them up, I was like, oh, you motherfucker. Go ahead. Enjoy this. Enjoy it while you can.
What does that look like? What does that look like?
So Rosie, I think, is used to, like, you know, when the ball comes off of a bat, it's all about angles. And, like, this is something that she is well versed in. And I think she sees this going poing, poing, poing. And she is way better, apparently, at geometry than she gives herself credit for, because she can detect exactly where this fucker is going to end up from the first bounce. and she knows it's coming right at Laz. And as soon as she knows, she crosses the space between herself and Laz, and then has her bat in hand. And as she gets to Laz and the ball is coming, she just goes boom, and the ball just goes elsewhere as she hits it with her bat.
And I'm going to add to that just a little bit. You don't actually change position on the court at all because it's a ghost shield.
Okay.
You imagine this, and a ghost silhouette of yourself just rushes across, spins, and hits it with the bat without you ever having to give up your position.
Awesome. And I look over at Laz and I shoot him a wink. And,
okay.
Yeah.
Third in what may probably be final round. We're gonna go ahead. Same thing. Who among you gets the balls?
I'd rather not.
I think it's
will
probably
go
best.
for it.
I didn't roll great the last time, but I promise. I feel like I can really do well this time.
I'll take one.
I'll take it if nobody else wants it, but I also don't have a problem catching.
All right, who's
How
taking
many
the
balls
ball?
do we get?
You get 3.
I would maybe prefer to throw just because I suck at catching my my
Yeah, go
guys.
for it.
Yeah.
All right, Rosie's got a ball. Jess has got a ball. Who's got the final ball?
Oak.
Oak.
Take it.
Okay. Oak, throwing.
Mhm.
Coop.
Yeah, I want this done.
Coop is distracting.
Okay.
No, he's.
You can
I'm
do that.
kidding. He's catching.
I
He's
was going,
catching.
I am a
Catch.
little black rain.
Jess throwing. Rosie throwing.
I mean, he has been the mascot.
Billy, what are you doing?
Catch.
Laz?
Catching.
Slade's out. Kara's throwing. Glitch is throwing. Pixel's throwing. Young Victor is going to taunt. All right. First 2 throwers are Oak and Kara. Oak, choose your target. Glitch has 2 hits. The other 3 have no hits on them.
Okay, do we still
Oh, wait.
have...
Sorry. We need a Hollow Surge.
Mhm.
I need a D6 roll from somebody.
I was about to say
I'll do
before I
I'll
roll,
do
I
it.
want to know
Oh, no.
I got a
Yeah.
4.
power-ups.
You got it, Jeremy. 4.
Speed boost pads
Awesome.
appear. If you are dodging or throwing, you get a +1 to your roll. By using a speed pad. Somebody roll a D6 for Pulse Orb.
I'll do that one. 5.
Roll again.
1.
Novacore. A
Cool.
glowing red orb pulsing with solar plasma arcs. If your throw hits, it explodes, and everybody on the team needs to roll to dodge or take a hit. This applies to all balls.
Yes.
Because
Oh,
Glitch rolled a crit, fail, a hazard is in play. The hazard this round. Where we roll that one, we already had that. All around the arena, the words seem. The crowd almost goes silent in your ears, Jessica, as you hear Max Headroom call out, "Hazards in play, play, mirror maze," and you watch as all around the arena panels go shoo, 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 shoo.
No.
Mirrors everywhere. Anybody who is throwing a ball must first make a brains check in order to correctly hit their target. Otherwise, they hit the mirror version instead.
Fucking mirror image again. I fucking hate this spell in any system.
I totally forgot that mirror image was in play last round, by the way. We never used it.
It's fine. Who cares? Let's rock and roll.
Okay. Did anybody explode that needs to activate powers?
No, sir.
Okay.
Oh, I exploded.
Okay, you get a power, so go ahead and roll a d6.
Yeah. 6 again.
I'm going to have you go ahead and re-roll it unless you want the +2.
No, I'll reroll. It's a 3.
You can choose so this one's come up before too. It's the curve your orb around cover.
Ooh, curved.
You could choose that,
Send
or
the
you can
bullet.
take your chance on one of the other options. I'll let you re-roll is what I'm saying.
Okay, I'll do it one more time, just because I want to see what else there is.
Nice. Yes.
I want to see what's new. Oh my god, I keep rolling 3s and 6s. 4.
That is mirror blink. What is?
Oh, good.
How is it that you
good.
got the
good.
mirror blink?
Great.
So mirror blink is very unique, and it is the only ability because once you do it, you basically return to where you originated from. Mirror blink allows you to instantly teleport immediately behind your target. You can throw from behind your target at close range, and then you will immediately teleport back to where you were.
Would that negate the mirror maze issue?
It's actually the only thing that would negate it because you're right next to your target, so you don't have to choose. You don't have to roll brains. Okay. Jess. No. Oak, you're the first thrower. Choose your target.
Okay, who is on the floor right now?
Kira, Glitch, Pixel,
Kira?
Young Vortex.
Okay.
Glitch is the only one that has hits and has 2 hits against him.
I'm gonna try to take Glitch out right now. The more
Atta
people
boy,
we have
atta
off the field,
Okay.
the better.
Let's
Glitch,
go,
I'll
dude.
go ahead and roll Flate on Glitch.
You need brains first. Don't forget.
Brains first. Yep.
Brains.
All right. Ooh, that's good. That's good. That's a 17 on the die.
Okay, so you're only trying to beat a 6 when you're rolling the
Okay.
brains check. So it's
Okay.
a straight DC.
Sweet.
So you are able to hit your target, or
Sweet.
rather roll to hit your target.
All right. Excellent. Ooh, okay. And then that is, let's see, that's a 10 on the die, so that'll be an 11 total for.
So Glitch gets hit with a critical fail
Ooh, nice.
because Glitch is eliminated. But when your pulse orb hits Glitch, it explodes, and the rest of the team needs to make a dodge check or take a hit. So Kara's going to take a dodge and gets hit because you rolled an 11. Wait, let me see the wording on that is quick. Yeah. So Kara gets hit. Pixel Hex dodges. Young Vortex. What'd you get, an 11, you said? Young
Yes.
Vortex dodges. And it's Pixel Hex, Young Vortex, Glitch is gone. Kara. Okay. So you got a hit on Kara with that explosion. Kara, very angry about this, but still has eyes on Rosie. Using the ball that she caught from you, Rosie, she is going to make a brains check to see if she can hit her target. She is going to roll a D12. She takes the ball, confidently throws it, and we see it fly through flying right at Rosie's head, and then a mirror shatters.
Nice.
And the pulse orb
yes.
goes through, not exploding.
You
So
hear
she
Rosie
misses.
go, ha, loser.
Jess, you
Is
are.
there a way to still? Is there a way to still catch that ball to give her a marker?
Say that again.
Did it.
Because she's taken a hit. Is there a way to try and catch the ball that she threw to give her a marker?
Good question. Did it bounce off of the broken
It
mirror?
broke through the mirror and just went on through it.
Okay, so no. All right, that's okay. Okay.
I mean, you can absolutely try it.
Jake, I would like to try and, at this moment, Oak would like to try to use his power to extend our time in this space.
Are you using your stopwatch or are you using your actual time stop ability?
Actual time manipulation, because I want to be able to. Because
Okay,
stopwatch would only control what I could do.
How many dice worth?
I'm gonna try 4 pop or 4 dice worth
Okay.
to get us there. Okay.
You barely
D6s,
give
right?
it a thought,
Yep.
and you stop the timer at 5:55,
Perfect. Okay.
Whoa.
and you take no side effects from using.
what?
your ability.
Dude, his powers
So I
are
think-
growing.
So I think that it looks like there's this moment after the hit on Glitch where Oak kind of feels that something is happening and he needs to stop this. So there's this sonic like wave of energy that comes off after that hit that just stops everything in the arena for 2 seconds. But for you guys, it happens and then we go back to fighting. But he knows in his heart.
Well, let me
that,
ask you this, Oak: are you trying to
locked it
stop time just for you, or are you trying to
No,
stop time
I'm trying
for?
to stop it for.
What I mean is, are you trying to stop it in a way that you and all of your friends can
Mhm.
still move in the frozen time?
Oh yes! If that is entirely possible,
Okay.
that we could freeze our enemies
So,
and I could move. Yeah.
Here's
that
what's
would
going to
be
happen. You stop time.
Awesome. Uh-huh.
You are no longer. You are using an exploit in the game. I would like you all to tell me you're going to basically be able to end this. You're using you're doing a speed run technique. You're clipping through walls. Each of you, real quick, go around and narrate what it is. This isn't a wizarding cup, so I don't think. I don't know if that will apply. You'll have to wait and see. But each of you go ahead and narrate how you use Oak's time stop exploit to get extra hits in on your enemies and what you do.
Can I go first?
Sure.
Go for it.
So I was already in motion towards the ball that the person chucked. As it shatters the mirror, it just kind of begins to slow down. As I continue moving, I just reach over and pick up the ball out of the air, which counts as a catch. Therefore, that gives the person their third hit.
That's so smart. That's so smart.
That would actually be her second hit.
Oh, I'm sorry, but it gets the hit.
But so technically speaking, that's going to give each of the others a hit as well, because it's a Nova Core orb. So it would kind of explode out anyway. And you guys aren't beholden to one hit, per round. So you can, however you guys want to do it. Who's next?
Me. I want to take out fucking my doppelganger.
She only needs one more hit. What do you do?
I think I probably do the same thing that so I call to Billy. I'm like, Billy, give me that ball. And I ask him to toss me the one that he has out. Yeah, and I take it and I chuck it at the other Gunnarsson. And
Kara?
Kara, yep. And I Rosie's very just deadly accurate. Right in the strike zone. Pop. Poing.
That's going to cause the other two to take a hit. Kara's out. Puxel, nope. Pixel and Young Victor. Nope. I keep saying Young Victor. It's Young Vortex. Don't read into that. That's just
it's a Freudian
I'm just
slip.
mistaken.
Okay.
I'm just misspeaking. Each have one hit remaining. So who's next?
I think that Jessica is going to use her mirror ability to kind of flash up behind young Vortex to throw her ball right at him, kind of short range. No rolls or anything, right? Or are we...
Correct. That, with the pulse explosion, is also going to take out Pixel.
I imagine it explodes out just where that mirror is broken. So you just see this like flash of like light as the ball just kind of like hits young Vortex, pulses through the broken mirror, and then hits the streamer.
Badass. Right as he's being not very grateful for a donation from chat, he just gets schmucked.
He's like, come on, Chad, I'm getting tired of seeing silver coins. Let's see those gold and platinum.
Poing.
With that, Oak, you can feel the time stop straining at the edges. As you realize, because of the manipulation, each one of you is going to take a hit from these multiple explosions. And as Oak loses hold of the time stop for a split second, Jessica, you catch sight of your own reflection manyfold in the multiple mirror wall surfaces and the shattered pieces of mirror. And then the time stop is no longer stopped, and all of the other competitors there's just suddenly these all around the arena. Glass falls to the ground. The crowd cheers as the entire team is what's the Tron term again? Derezzed.
Derez.
Oh, derez.
They're derezed, leaving all of you standing, and the camera's panning around as you're all striking poses or standing there, or whatever you're doing, and the camera pans around, and there's this moment as it, just like at the beginning, where it pans in around Jessica from the right side, seeing the last piece of glass. As it falls, you see one last reflection, and then the camera pans around behind, and suddenly the simulation ends. You're all standing in an empty arena, and you just hear
Awesome.
as Victoria claps, and she looks at all of you as she walks forward. She says, well, I had no doubt that you would be successful in your attempt. And I'm glad to see that you're using all of the tools you have at your disposal.
Yes.
Claim your prize. And she points towards the center of the arena, where you see, hovering at about chest height, is what looks like a holographic image of the titanium cup. And she looks right at you, Rosie.
I nod at
This
her.
one's
and then
yours. You earned it.
Yes. I look at her and I walk over to the titanium cup, and I kind of look at it, and then I just like snatch it.
As you take the titanium cup, Victoria looks at you. She says, I hope you remember, all of you. We are not your enemies. At various times you have chosen to make us your enemies. If, and probably when, our paths cross again, remember that, and maybe remind me as well. Now, I'm told to tell you that what happens next is necessary. It is going to be difficult. But it is unavoidable.
What do you mean? Told? Told by who?
Oh, would you look at that? Time's up. And your timer, I don't have the ability to do this, or I would, suddenly goes...
Wait, told by who?
She looks at you, cocks her head, smiles, and goes... As you all feel the familiar sensation of being pulled backwards out of this time, and being pulled back to the portal. However, you do not slam down onto the floor of the cavern. You all feel suddenly as if you've hit a trampoline, but it's like in a dream, and instead of bouncing, you hit this and sort of... And you can see through a purple translucent haze, as if you are stuck behind a bubble of the portal. You're looking into the cave. You see, lying on the floor, unconscious, Sophie.
Oh.
And you see Algernon standing at the controls. He looks suddenly in your direction. And you hear, sort of muffled, you hear, "Ah, I see you were successful. Remember what I said. Trust me." He looks down at Sophie and he says, "I will keep her safe. Find me when it's done. When you are done." And he walks over to the side of the control panel and he grabs a sledgehammer.
Oh no. Rosie starts banging on any barrier and like screaming, no.
He slams the sledgehammer down onto the controls, and you feel all of yourselves being yanked in multiple directions. You see him take a second and a third slam against the controls. And when he hits the third time, you are all yanked through time, through dimensions. And we see a sleek conference room. Hold on a second. Something ready here. A sleek conference room hums beneath earth and concrete, hidden within a facility that exists only on paper and in whispers. Fluorescent lights cast a muted glow across brushed steel walls and angular furniture. The air is cool and dry, scrubbed by unseen machines. In the center of the room, a long black table stretches like a runway into silence. There is only one entrance, a green door with a brass handle polished to a mirror shine.
Oh, man.
It remains closed. 6 people occupy the chairs, each bearing the look of someone too composed to be comfortable. Their glances betray them, quick, furtive, measuring. On one side of the table sits Dr. Orson A. Kubrick, science officer, tapping an elegant silver pen against his thumb. Persephone, head of zoological sciences, expression fixed but eyes darting. Carleen Adams, operations admin, posture perfect, knuckles white around a notepad. Ashley Raven, operations director, calm and inscrutable. Darla Stapler, CFO, fingers drumming a soft, restless rhythm. And Dr. Devin Sharp, chief science officer, face unreadable, eyes sharp. All of them appear a decade younger than we've seen them previously.
Oh
Fresher,
my God.
less weathered, not yet hollowed by what's to come. At the head of the table sits a black speaker box, low, rectangular, and built from lacquered wood. Its polished metal grille gleaming beneath the overhead lights. A design both deliberate and archaic, like something salvaged from a future that never arrived. Silence stretches. Then, with a burst of static, the speaker crackles to life. A voice, smooth and precise, cuts through the air.
Thank you for your patience. Each of you has an important role to play in the success of this project. Our great experiment has begun. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Paradise, Michigan.
Oh my God.
And that is where we are going to end tonight's session.
Oh my God, dude. Let's go. Uh-oh. Evil bad guy.
You all, for the next at least one, maybe more, sessions, will be playing as each of these people sitting around the table.
Amazing.
Over the next few days, I will privately message each one of you
Fucking yes.
with information that you need. You will be playing as these people during the genesis of the official Nexus project in approximately 1970 something.
This is what Genesis means, bro. We got to the title.
Genesis is kind of the theme through the whole thing.
Yeah.
You are going to be playing as these individual characters. So in case, I don't know if you've all read it or can read it, but Chad, you will be playing as Dr. K, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Tamiko, you will be playing as Persephone. M, you are Carleen Adams, Miss Adams. Of course, Gary, you will be Ashley Raven.
Of course. Love
Ted, you will be Darla Stapler. And Jeremy, your favorite person from the Nexus Project, Dr. Devin Sharp. So my plan is that I will give each of you certain information you will need about your characters to roleplay them effectively, but it's going to be bare bones. I'm going to give you some generic guidelines. I'm also going to give you, for each of the other characters, your disposition towards them.
Yeah,
and it's going to be it's going to be on a scale. So some of you really like one another, and some of you can't stand one another.
I love it.
That's all I'm going to tell you at this point. And then obviously there's going to be certain things and story related elements. I'm expecting this to be a 1 to 3 session arc, but it goes as long as it needs to go.
Amazing. I love that. That's so fun.
From holographic Bloodsport dodgeball to this.
Love it. to this.
And if Chad hadn't used a time stop, I think I had the timing down just enough that you guys would have come close. Would have gotten your trophy.
I felt like it wouldn't really have made a difference, but I was like, no, I wanna get at least a little pocket so we can get there.
I didn't play test the dodgeball rules at all, so I didn't know how long the rounds were going to take.
Yeah.
So I was kind of winging it on that one. But anyway, that was episode 12.
That was good. I'm excited. I love a defector betrayal game. I love playing a villain from time to time. This is going to be a delight.
It's Paradise Among Us.
It is.
There's certain other things that are at play and things that will be revealed throughout coming sessions. But it's kind of like when without warning a show you're watching suddenly jumps you into the past and you're with completely different characters and you don't know why, but you keep watching and you realize, oh, okay, I see what's happening. So we're gonna all see what's happening together.
Awesome.
Special credit to Doghammer 13, Craig, for lending his talents as the voice.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, I want to say a huge thank you, as always, to supporters this week. Carrie paying for at least one of those pops that she used tonight. Thank you to formerly known as Emily for the raid. We appreciate that. Thanks for everybody hanging out in chat, as always. Love seeing everybody there, seeing the chats take place. And if you are somebody that likes to lurk quietly in the background or watch later on the VODs, know that we appreciate you and hope you are enjoying this presentation. And just a huge thank you for all of these amazing players that from week to week, they don't know what I'm going to do. They don't know what kind of nonsense I'm going to throw at them, as I'm just making up games as we go along, throwing all kinds of new rule sets at you. Definitely taking you at least out of some of your characters' comfort zones, but you never fail to deliver with these the way you adapt to it. So, as always, a huge thank you to Chad, Tamiko, Gary, Ted, Jeremy, and Em, without whom this would just be me playing with my pulse orbs all by myself for a couple hours. With that, we're going to go ahead and end the stream the same way we end every stream. You can say it with me if you want. Metadad.
I see the thrill of the chase.